People, how's it doing? How's it going? I'm actually sitting on the couch for a change. The first time in a long time. Comfortable so far. We'll see how it goes. Nov Mum's at the ground. How's it going, Nov Mum? Don't waste all your data, but have a good time at the game. Hopefully not too good. I'm kind of hoping my Blues will get the job done. Alaran, yeah, you'll be on Nov Mum's side for this one. Blues have got their away kit on. Looks alright. Blood Dragon, probably another Chiefs man, I believe. Decent amount of Blues flag says censor. Yeah, a few people will make the trip down. I took my Blues flags the last time I was at the game in Hamilton. Tony Johnson seems to think it's a good crowd on the commentary. G'day, afternoon. Blues by 20, says Blood Dragon. Bloody hell. Kenneth, man, how's it going on your end? I've just had kickoff. So I'm at 5 seconds in this one. Let's hope it's as good a game as we watched this morning. If you guys watched the Six Nations, that was a pretty bloody good game. Scooter, man, how's it going? Blues, early box kick. D-Max knocked it on. We'll have a scrum. See if the Blues can get on top there, eh? First few rounds of the Rainbow Cup announced. Seems it's going ahead. I did read briefly about it, but I can't remember any of the details. Something about the South African teams going to Europe first, like after round 4. I can't remember. Let me know. Patrick, man, how's it going? Curtis is in Canada. Canada, man, how you doing, brother? Carl, go the Blues. New layout for the live streams. I got my couch, man. It arrived today. I had to move the couch to get it positioned in this position. And I'm still watching on the tiny TV, but I've moved it about, I'm touching the TV. That's how close it is to me. So hopefully I can actually kind of see the details. There were a couple of games when I was watching the tiny TV a couple of meters away, and people were giving me a little bit of stick for getting on the wrong side of decisions. That may just be me. It may not be the TV, but yeah, I had to swing the couch around. The couch just arrived today since we moved house. So yeah. Interesting. Too many funds, Kenneth, I know. The TV is a bit lower down the list. Couch was more important because it's not just for me, it's for the family, right? Doing well, enjoyed Scotland's win, Curtis. It was magnificent, that game. Let's hope the Blues can do something similar for this one. I'll put the score up here because I don't want to update the whiteboard where I'm sitting at the moment. Where we got it. That'll do. Haven't used this thing for ages. Fixtures for rounds 1 to 3 announced. It's presumed Sapphirs will then head to Europe for the first few rounds. Okay, similar to what I read then, Dean. Carl, my old man came around the other night and he brought some Moa Station IPA. I don't know. It's beer, green can. Already got the ref bias. He must be a Jaffa. I felt right to see France lose it in extra time after they spoiled Wales' Grand Slam. Yeah, it was kind of like a role reversal, eh? Last week they did it to somebody else. So, yeah. Congrats to Wales for winning. Didn't you see a poll had only 4% of fans picking them? Exactly right. Of the 5 teams other than Italy, Wales were ranked as the least likely amongst 2 Cents fans who voted in the poll to win the Six Nations, and then they did it. They did it pretty comfortably in the end. Alaran, you guys have just won a penalty. Sam Kane. Simon Hughes, Evening Battle of the Bombay Hills is a very accurate description for the name of this game. That's right, man. Anything Auckland, Waikato is the Battle of the Bombays, which if you're not familiar with the geography of the country, it's a range of hills that separate the Auckland area from the Waikato area. Fair turnover, I think. That's why you actually play the games, because you never know what's going to happen. Exactly. I picked France in the Super Rugby pool. Easy. Happy to be wrong, because that was a hell of a game. Oh man, Trask just got hammered. Wales, Ireland and Scotland all looked better in the Six Nations than the Autumn Nations Cup, says Paul. They did. I don't know how that works, eh? Just a bit more time together, maybe. Wales, new coach. Ireland, new coach. Scotland, stable, so they're the only kind of exception to that theory. Bloody hell, Mackenzie's got butter on his fingers tonight, but he held it. Box kick, more or less straight up, gets 10 metres. Well done from Perofeta. Right, Blues have got a chance in the Chiefs half. Caleb Clark gets over the advantage line. Pass to nobody. Akira bumps off. Oh, he's lost the bloody ball. Curtis, I am at 6 minutes and 33 seconds as a marker. Even the Chiefs will lose today, at least Wales won the Six Nations and the Warriors beat the Raiders. I don't know, man. The Chiefs may not lose this one. We will see. I picked the Blues, though. And yeah, Kenneth, man, Geordie's game was phenomenal. Not many times an individual scores all the points and there's 30 of them. So, Pete, I have France by 3. Yeah, Dulon broke it for you, man. Whoa, Tokyo with a big line break. Gets rid of Aotearoa Black. And the Chiefs have knocked it on. Neither side's able to get on top yet. The Bombays got as hills that separate these two regions. The Bombay Hills. I'm watching ESPN on YouTube and I'm 30 seconds ahead. Yeah. YouTube adds at least a 10-second delay. But I don't know, I can't account for the other 20 seconds. Why was Christie not in last week? He was on the bench last week, so he'd just come back from injury, I think. I reckon Brees had a few quid on Scotland with that move at the end of the game. Dean, you might be right, man. It seemed like it, eh? But I don't know. In the heat of the moment, maybe he just didn't want to be the guy to have to kick it out, eh? Bombays are referring to the Bombay Hills Big V8 show. Indeed they are. The Bombay Hills. We often call it the Battle of the Bombays whenever these two teams meet each other because they kind of border the same region. It's like the separating landmark between the two. It'd be like the Tyne Weir Derby kind of thing in football. I'm trying to think of another geographical reference. Kiwi geography skills are getting better. Good man. Curtis asked about Finn's red card. It seemed like a fend, but when they paused that moment of contact on the throat, it was going to be red all day long. Battle of Alberta, Oilers, Flames in the NHL. Yeah, there you go. That makes sense. What's the one that's the Senators and the Leafs? Is that one a battle or something? Made sense, just sad. Yeah, man, I know. I hope he's not banned for too long based on that one. Rico! Oh, he gets tapped. Tupaya got him. What's it? Black will kick. We'll be down in Chiefs territory. D-Mac takes the mark. Don't see that many marks in Aotearoa. Scotland game without Finn doing something mad is never complete. There you go. You don't think they call it the Battle of Ontario? Okay. I just remember, I think it was Austin Matthews' first game for the Leafs, and I remember he scored like a stupid, was it a hat-trick? And it was more brutal because it was against a big, local rival. North London derby is your favourite, but you're biased. Oh, D-Mac's knocked it on. How many is that, D-Mac? Oh, tough. Chiefs are looking fired up, Chiefs fans. Like, this game's not going to be a write-off by any means. The Blues are going to have to pick up their act because they're looking slightly more sluggish of the two. So close, indeed. How come you don't see drop goals anymore? Finn's drop goal attempt was such a surprise. Yeah, it's a weird one. There was a while where we saw a bunch of drop goals in Super Rugby Aotearoa, but that was last season. There was like several games in a row that had drop goals. But yeah, in general, it's pretty rare. I wouldn't have thought it was going to be a walkover all around, but a lot of people have been writing the Chiefs off totally. I've had too much of being burned by the Chiefs to ever write these guys off. Trask takes a high ball well, gets it to Wainui, but Talea's got him all wrapped up. Weber gets hit by Perofeta. Still 0-0 after 13 minutes. What's going on? Careful, careful, careful. They've just lifted Sam Cane into the air. Bloody hell. But they let him down. Easy. Because of the bonus point? Yeah, maybe, Curtis. That could be a factor, eh? Looking like a good game. Hopefully see a good day of rugby kept off with the Pro 14 final. Yeah, Pro 14's on from tomorrow for me, Dean, actually. But I'll see if I can get up early for that one. Should be a good game. Those two teams are always fun to watch against each other. Not quite the same without the fans, but same with everywhere. Too many knock-ons so far, you'd have to say. Competition in Aotearoa so high you can't write off any team. But yeah, there's not much between them, eh? Although the Crusaders are still a cut above everyone else. Tottenham Hotspur fan then find no such thing as a North London derby. Arsenal was originally a South London team. Didn't know that. I know a few of the teams have moved around a bit. Scrum time. It's gone down. We'll have a reset. Chiefs are on the way to the title, says Scooter. Over the Crusaders. Bro, I would happily see the Chiefs take the title ahead of the Crusaders. Just not ahead of the Blues. Nice food takeaways. Would rather TJ than Plumber. I know, right? JP, man, I'm sitting on the couch. This is the couch. Actually a couch. I know. I moved it specially for this live stream. It's actually supposed to be over there, but it's not a huge couch, so it's pretty easy to move. And it's comfortable. What can I say? Oh, Tupaya. Bloody hell. YOLO's got the Blues by 21. Struth. That's a... it's looking unlikely at the moment, man. But I'll take it. I reckon it'll be a slugfest. The weather isn't great in my part of Dublin currently. Plenty of big boys and both teams could make for a bruising encounter, Dean. Oh, yeah, man. They're not always, like, pretty. But they're always bloody intense. I don't mind that. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. But I don't mind it. Plumber's got D-Mac into touch. Nice food takeaways. Look at that. Look at that Harry Plummer defence. Glad it's comfy one. Very nice. Oh, yeah, man. Well, it beats the office chair that I was sitting on before. I'll have to wait. Like, once I get a TV and, like, a cabinet to put the TV on, I'll have to work out like what's the best setup for the lounge. It's still a bit ad hoc at the moment. You guys are on a laptop which is sitting on a kid's table and then a kid's chair on top of it. I've got my TV, the little boy on a kitchen chair. It's a bit messy at the moment, but it does the job. Blues need to wake up. Yeah, man. Hollywood, Hardy. Both teams are kind of a wee bit lacking, eh? Still no score. Some nice rumbles, yeah, but not much more. Crusaders look like the All Blacks. I know, Lautaro, man. They just look just too good. And I think it goes deeper than just the coach, eh? They're a really professional organisation and they attract a lot of good players as well. And then they develop them. Like every year I do those videos about like which players have come and gone. Not many guys leave the Crusaders and not many guys sign for the Crusaders. They always just promote internally for the bulk of them. Global calendar, Dean. Yeah, man. It still seems to be a work in progress. I think it's something that World Rugby is still working on, but they're trying to get everybody's buy-in. Go Blues, go, says Jimbo. Indeed, man. Do you think Six Nations should be home and away format one day? I kind of like it the way it is, actually. I think it works. What camera am I using, Curtis? It's some Logitech webcam. There is a laptop webcam on this laptop, but it's pretty terrible. Are they playing Trask at fullback? Actually, I haven't been paying close enough attention, man. It's one to watch. I know sometimes they like to swap DMAC around at TNA. Why would you want to leave a success? I know. Exactly right. Unless you're retiring, going for a big money offer, or you're on the fringes and you can't get a game, there's not really any reason to leave. I saw Razor out surfing this morning. Yeah, Joe, I heard he likes to surf. I have heard about that. He's mentioned it a few times. Right, the Blues are very close. We may get some points here. They're going 6 phases. They're about 1.5 meters from the Chiefs line, but the ball's messy. I think no knock on. Advantage, okay. Got a good women's team at Canterbury, yeah. Kendra Cox-Edge plays for them, I know that. Akira's diddle fingers. Jake, yep. He's kind of continuing on from last week. Right, I've got bugger all notes here, but we'll take one here. 20 minutes, Blues, phases, win penalty, call scrum. There we go. First proper chance here, JP. You and me are on the same page. That's why I just wrote what's essentially the first of my notes, apart from the game is a bit messy and tentative early. Morning, Ryan, man. How's it going? John Kerwin is coming to our work next week. Oh no, why is that? Is the budget for the 5 New Zealand franchises different? I believe, Dean, they are given the same budget because they're all essentially run by New Zealand Rugby to one degree or another. I could be wrong about that, but I think that's my understanding. They all have the same kind of salary cap. Mental health. Okay, well, for mental health, John Kerwin is phenomenal. How do you feel about the announcement of funding to Pacific Island Super Rugby teams? I may have missed something. Is this about the lining up for the Moana Pacifica and the Fijian team into Super Rugby, or is this something else? I may have missed it. How the hell is the AU comp more entertaining than the Aotearoa comp? I don't know, JPA. It's a weird one that the AU comp, many of the games, although last night's one's not a great example because that was a bit of a hiding. But yeah, the margins seem to have been a lot closer, eh? And most of the Waratahs games, not so much too. I think my kids are not keen on going to bed. Uh-oh. Whoa, big Chief scrum there. Plummer gets taken down. Blues are 1 meter away. Oh, it's going to be a turnover, surely. How the hell did the Blues get the ball out of there? Here we go. Oh, the through the legs pass is too big. It's also why New Zealand Super Rugby sides and the All Blacks wear Adidas. Yep. One thing I've kind of liked about the New Zealand setup is at least it's kind of organised. Like I remember doing videos like about the jersey rankings and stuff, and like all the New Zealand teams come out like as a pre-announcement, then they release the jerseys all on the same day. Oh goodness me, Finlay Christie, loose lineup ball from the Chiefs is almost snaffled it. But yeah, some of the teams would be so bloody disorganised with their announcements. Their squad announcements, all the New Zealand teams would announce them on the same day. The South African teams would often be quite late. It was pretty frustrating to do like season previews and stuff. The Blues have actually just bloody scored. Chiefs line-out failure there. Set that up. How many phases did they go? 1, 2. Yeah, he spun. Whew. 24 minutes for something to happen. We'll take it. Adidas kits are a bit small, but their football kits are massive. Yeah, the kits with the Adidas ones are a bit weird, eh? I can't get the sizes to be quite right, although I found the most recent ones better than the previous season's ones. Right, let's update this. Edit you. Add a 7. Save. Show. Boom. What's this about the Blues? Thinking about the Blues, especially what they've done this year, but in the long term, truth is I'm not sure they can carry. Yeah, long term will be a question. What I am curious to see is if when Scott Robertson does leave the Crusaders, do they have like a bit of a regression? Because they were always good. Like Blackadder got them to a lot of finals and playoffs and stuff, but they never quite got there under him. They won nothing for years. Remember when the Highlanders won Super Rugby and the Hurricanes won Super Rugby? Like there was a big set of years. Maybe even when the Chiefs. Certainly when the Tars won it. The Crusaders just couldn't get a win in a final, eh? But they were still there or thereabouts. But yeah, I'm curious to see if Robertson leaving will make them go down a level, whether he's like the X factor. Will a national team pick up Robertson? Has to be. Remember, Ian Foster's got this year under contract with the All Blacks. And if things don't go well, there's a small chance that he may not get renewed, and that'll be Scott Robertson's chance to pounce. If he doesn't get the All Blacks gig this year, when Ian Foster's contract expires, then I wouldn't be surprised if he's in the hunt for a national team's gig. But it depends, because some teams have got their coach signed up for this year as well, like the All Blacks. They kind of take it cautiously, don't sign for a full 4-year cycle. Whereas some teams, I think, have gone through to the World Cup. Like I think Andy Farrell's gone. His contract with Ireland is all the way to the World Cup, if I'm not mistaken. Paul's a Welshman living in Thailand. Well, congrats, man, on your team. They didn't play yesterday, but good result. Woke up to see someone picking up, I think, Eddie Jones' job. When's Eddie Jones' contract through till, though? That's a key point. No one's got money to be firing and hiring a new coach at the moment with COVID, as far as I'm aware. Yeah. Why do the Super Rugby teams wear alternate jerseys even if the jerseys don't clash? I think because of money. They want to sell more jerseys. Some of the teams have an alternative main sponsor on their alternative jersey. So instead of one central sponsor, they kind of have two, and they are contractually obligated to rotate the jerseys equally. But yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me either. Yeah, I would have thought Eddie's contract is through to the next World Cup, so I can't imagine he's going to lose his job. Kids seem rather vigorous. Yes, they are rather vigorous. I do not envy my wife, but such is the nature of games at 7 o'clock. The kids are not in bed yet. I did help my son do the shower thing, so I did the dishes. Got my son showered. He does most of the stuff by himself. He's grown up, he's 5 now, so he doesn't need my help with everything, but got him washed. And then I politely said to my wife, over to you, love. I can hear him saying, my wife saying, time to go to bed. My daughter clearly doesn't want to go to bed. Oh, D-Mac off his feet. Man, how many times has D-Mac dropped the ball? Not always his fault, but he's not having a lot of luck. Come on, Blues. Talia, he needs a good run. Go, Talia. He's got to outrun Ta'avao. He does. I think D-Mac's got him into the corner. They'll check it, but D-Mac with a good bit of defence there. Unpopular, but unless it's a derby, I do like it when the away team wears an away kit or third kit when playing away. I think I'm more traditional. I go with the same jersey unless it's a clash. But I know like the NHL, they always rotate jerseys. Sorry, love, got to watch the rugby. Good luck. Yeah, pretty much that was it. That was it. Only 7:30, man. My kids go to bed early. They got to go to sleep. Oh, yeah. Talia's knocked it on. D-Mac is the man you want for that last tackle. Man, did you see the one in the Brumbies game last night? Was it Ralston or McGregor? I always get those two guys mixed up. Pete Samu, the big number 8, casual as F, trotting over the line for a try, and I think it was McGregor, the fullback, smashes him into touch. And I guess Samu thought, like, I'm bigger than him, he's going to bounce off. No. And he kind of said, oh, he shoulder charged me, but no, he didn't. Yeah, McGregor did Samu around. That was magic. My kids are in bed by 7. There you go, Curtis. You and me are pretty much on the same page. Kids got to go to bed. NBA teams wear so many different jerseys in a season. Favourite non-New Zealand rugby jersey in terms of purely aesthetics? The Uruguay jersey from the 2019 World Cup was pretty bloody nice. Wasn't it that light blue? Who's got a nice jersey? Want to look behind me, get some inspiration. I don't know if I've got an absolute favourite, but that's the first one that comes to mind anyway. About the only bit of forced dominance in that game, yeah, it was a bright spot, but otherwise. Oh, the Juarez, thank you, Alaran. Yeah, the Juarez jerseys are bloody nice. Oh, that passes forward, surely. Follow any American sports, Nikolai? Mainly only the NHL. I don't really follow the NBA. I don't really follow the NFL. MLB. Not really. And NHL's only been kind of loosely this one. Argentina from the Rugby Championship, that's true. Because they got their jerseys from Nike, or Nike. They always make really nice ones. They don't make many rugby teams jerseys, but they make nice ones every time they do. A couple of the nicest jerseys I've got is a Hawaras jersey, which is Nike one, and a Saracens one. And they're both just, yeah, very nice. A Bruins fan, nice. Although I don't like Brad Marchand, he's a bit of a twit. Good player, but too much controversy. MLR, yeah man, Curtis. From the week after next, I should be able to commit to a lot more MLR. Do I have any memories of Alex Wiley coaching the All Blacks? Yes, vaguely. When I was a child, he was the All Blacks coach. Yeah. Grizz Wiley. He seemed like a bit of a tough nut to crack, is what I remember about him. Islanders all the way, Kenneth. Yeah, man. You and me on the Islanders. Where's my Islanders hat? I was wearing it today, actually. I was wearing a New York Islanders cap. Morning to 2 cents, says Victoria. Good morning. How is it going, Victoria? Marchand is a bit of a rat. That's another way of putting it, yes. Whoa, big tackles. But they were playing advantage for a knock-on. I had to laugh watching MLR. The number 8 was fatter than the front row. Jeez, okay. Which team was that for? Grizz was a brutal number 8. Yes, I don't remember as a player. But he seemed like a pretty brutal coach. Chiefs just making unforced errors. Yeah, there's a fair bit of that going on, Sam. The Jets won overnight. Who did the Jets play? Oh, the Jet beat the Flames. Oh, the Islanders beat the Bruins yesterday. I didn't even see that one. Do you think they need to ever bring back a World 15 team? I don't think there's any room in the calendar for much more stuff. Closest we'll get is the Barbars. Oh, penalty. ALB. Comedy of errors, yes, is a wee bit embarrassing, isn't it? Kachuk is the biggest rat in the league. Rodri, man. I've got that jersey in the background for a Super Rugby game just for your lot because, what can I say, it was a hell of a performance. Well, not that you guys played, but over the campaign, I mean. When am I doing the Lions picks? It'll have to be soon, Curtis. I want to do Six Nations team of the tournament, and then I'll do Lions picks, eh? I think. I'll see if Big V8 Show is willing to edit for me. I'll see. The hell, where's the ball? That's going to be a turnover. They've got it. They've already got it. I couldn't even see the damn thing, but they've got it. Do I think there should be an 8th Canadian team in the NHL? Canadian team hasn't won it for such a long time. I'm probably inclined to say no. They supply so many of the players, but there seems to be other issues around finances, higher tax rates than other places. Yeah, it's a tough one. I know there's always talk about Quebec getting one, but I think the NHL likes to get markets which are big cities which don't have a top sports team. Like Vegas didn't have any NFL team. I know they got one now, or at least they're getting one, because the Raiders have either moved or are moving there. That's how much I follow the NFL. I don't know if that's happened yet or not. I think it's happened, right? Seattle are joining. That's right. The Kraken, right? Seattle's another one that only has... I know they've got an MLR team, but they've got an NFL team. They've got a MLS team. Do they have a baseball team? Raiders moved to Vegas last year, right. Be nice for Quebec fans, but it's tight enough keeping Winnipeg afloat. Exactly. The finances is always the question, eh? Seattle has all the teams. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, Seattle's like a really good sporting city. Yeah, like the people get really behind their teams. Maybe more so than some other places. Oh man, the Blues have just mucked it up again under good defensive pressure from the Chiefs. Unbelievable. How are the Blues only 7-0 up? I guess it's a testament to the errors in this game, or maybe the Chiefs' defense. Seattle and the baseball Mariners, right. Stay a block away from the arena when I want to watch an NFL game before COVID. The MLB team are average. That's probably why I don't know them. Oh no! Somebody catch Brad Weber. Rico's done it. Don't let the Chiefs get... Sure, that's advantage over, man. Weber went like 20, 30 meters. D-Mac cross kick. Advantage is over. Oh, Clark's just got... Who was that? What's that guy's name? Oh, my block. Advantage clearly over. Thank goodness for that. I was going to be a bit frustrated if that wasn't advantage over. Then advantage would never be over. Supersonics should root into the NBA. Is it they don't have an NBA team, or do they have an NBA team? Moving up with the digital scoreboard. I've used the digital one before, eh? But I always find it a pain because I got to go like hide, edit, change, save, and then publish. So I've always just been using the whiteboard. But I'm on the couch and it's not convenient to get the whiteboard one here. What a stinker of a half. Indeed. Patrick calls it messy. Call it what you will. It was not pretty. I'm going to call the old boy. I told him I'll call him at halftime to see what he thinks of that game. See what he says. Told him to have his phone on him. Hey, Gazza. Oh, good. That was a bit messy, wasn't it?
Yeah, actually, I thought the Chiefs looked pretty dangerous, but they had no rushing the ball. They looked good.
Chiefs look dangerous, you reckon?
Yeah, I think the Blues are playing the steady Eddie game.
Yeah.
think the Chiefs are trying to move the ball around to really unsettle us, which they're doing to a degree. But they're rushing it. They're rushing it. So, well, they have a look. Quinton Tapia is he's on fire. Yeah, I think the Blues are playing like quite steady, conservative stuff.
You think they should be taking the threes, or do you think they should be taking the threes, or do you think they should keep going for the tries, the Blues?
Well, I think in the second half they need to take the penalties. But the Chiefs are looking dangerous. They're playing a really movement game. They look dangerous. If they hold on to the ball, they could have scored, I reckon they could have scored 2 or 3 tries. The Blues' defence has been pretty good.
Defence is on top.
Yeah, but I think the Blues are really playing quite conservatively. And I also think that they need to bring TJ Fiani on at second 5 because Plummer's been found out at second 5 today.
Yeah.
Well, if we lose this game, all I can say is if we lose this game because we haven't taken the penalties, it'll be our own fault.
Yeah, true. All right, well, hopefully the second half's a bit cleaner because that was a bit messy, I thought.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of endeavour by the Chiefs. They're certainly playing a lot better than what they have previously, except for last week. But I think they've had a real think about what they need to do, like to maybe win some games. They're trying it tonight. I think they're rushing it a bit. I think the Blues should maybe tighten up a bit. Tighten up their forwards, probably the scrum a bit, because they should be really onto that scrum. But as they said, the Chiefs looks like they've done a lot of work at scrum time, which obviously they have. But I still think it's anybody's game, to be honest. I mean, the Blues should win, but who knows? Yeah,
we'll see. Well, either way, the guys on the stream will wish you well. And
okay.
Yeah, we'll catch you a bit later.
Say hello to them for me, eh?
Okay.
Tell them to stay safe, and we'll come over and do a stream there one night or something anyway.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay,
see you guys.
See ya.
Bye. There you go. Keep Plummer on, says Alaran. Let's have a look at the stats. Possession 40-60 to the Blues. Territory 37-63 to the Blues. Knock-ons 4 to the Chiefs. 7 to the Blues. That's 11 knock-ons. We've only had 40 minutes of rugby. That's a pretty high knock-on rate. Gazza's a national treasure. He's a good guy, man. What can I say? Run meters 279 to 167 to the Chiefs. They've had less ball but more meters. Total turnovers conceded is 9 apiece. So 18 turnovers conceded. That's including the knock-ons. But 18 turnovers conceded in 40 minutes of rugby. Clean breaks is 7-1 in favour of the Chiefs. Defenders beaten is 14-5 in favour of the Chiefs. This is what Gazza means about Blues being a wee bit conservative. Tackling percentage. The Chiefs are at 93%, having made 63 tackles. The Blues are at 77, which is piss poor, excuse my language, having made 47. Penalties conceded 7-3. Chiefs more. Gaz is all good. Yeah, Sam. Gaz is all good. He's just recently found out one of his mates, like one of my childhood friends, that guy's dad, so same age as Gazza, has got some like neurological thing, which is apparently like Parkinson's, but it doesn't do the shaking. So yeah, he's only got a limited number of years left in him, and I guess that's affected me a bit because I knew the guy growing up, but it's affected my dad a bit more because it's kind of same generation as him. But otherwise than that, he himself is all good. Stan Sports have Checker breaking it down. Interesting. The Sky Sports team don't stay on to do the breakdown stuff for the Aussie games, actually. They either switch to Stan's coverage or they just put highlights on from other games. Even my stats weren't that bad in high school and didn't even know how to play properly. There you go. Blues declined like 5 penalties. Yeah. Yes. Exactly right. Chiefs are hanging in there, and the Blues could have scored many penalty goals but opted for 7. Yeah, and how many times they convert? Not enough, eh? Not enough. Stadium looks pretty good. Decent crowd in there. I don't know. I'm still back in the Blues. What can I say, alright? Let me see Harry Plummer's stats. Hold on a second. How is Harry Plummer doing? Plummer. Harry Plummer. 1 run. 0 meters. 3 passes. Makes 4 tackles. Misses 2 tackles. 1 turnover conceded. Not the greatest reading I've ever seen. Not the greatest reading. Bruce Mackenzie, I think, is going all right. His everyone's handling's been a bit off in this game, but I think generally Mackenzie's been having a good season. Yeah. Take the bloody point, says Carl. I'm inclined to agree. Stan Sports is setting itself up to be the broadcaster of what's considered the Tier 2 football codes in Australia. So what other sports would that be? Who covers the Pro 14 final for you? It is still the same channel that I'm watching now. And for anything apart from New Zealand rugby, like even the Six Nations, they don't do any halftime show. Like they don't cut to the BBC or to ITV or to whoever. Or, Virgin. They just put highlights on at halftime. That's it. Highlights and ads. That's it. Are you going to watch any of the Rugby Europe games today and tomorrow? I need to look up what time Georgia against Romania is on in my time. What time is it on? If anybody knows, do let me know. 3 o'clock, that has to be local time, right? 3 o'clock's going to mean like 3 in the morning. I might have to see if I can catch it after the fact. 12 a.m. Monday morning, as in midnight. NRL and Rugby Union, can see Stan Sport 9. What was that? Trying to take games away, or all the NRL games were from Fox next broadcast deal. Okay. Which one's the biggest? Is it AFL, right? Surely in terms of viewership, but I guess it depends state by state. They're finally live streaming it on YouTube instead of Daily Motion. On which YouTube channel? Is it the Rugby Europe YouTube channel? Who's team for the Blues? It's Aotearoa Black at the moment. Champions Cup quarterfinals are looking pretty tasty. That's true, Paul. But the bloody Munster and Toulouse game is on at a terrible time here. It's like 2 in the morning or something. It's going to be painful. Kia ora, Toby, man. How's it going? We're almost about to get underway in the second half. AFL is easily the biggest sport in the country. Rugby league is big in Queensland and New South Wales. Right. Rugby Europe got a new YouTube channel. Fantastic. Alex, how about that win by the Warriors? Alex, I hadn't seen a second of it. I'm just going to grab a beer, folks. Hopefully not knock over any of these cords that I've got lying around. Someone asked me what I'm drinking. It's some kind of Moa IPA. Gazza, who was on the phone earlier, he brought them round yesterday because he came over for dinner. But he wanted to be home in time for the rugby. He didn't want to watch it here. What's up with the video? Because it's all staticky? Probably just the bad lighting, eh? I didn't put the light on. I just got the light on the ceiling. Beer fridge. Oh, I know. I need a beer fridge. Right, second half is about to get underway. AFL generates a lot more revenue from their broadcast deal and attendance than the NRL. But it's pretty much all local, eh? I guess league's not that international either. Do I have a new couch, Rodri? Yes, the couch arrived today. So I'm sitting on it. I'm not sure that I'll sit on it every game because I had to move it into position for the game, but now that I got it, and I've been talking about the bloody thing, I had to use it, right? The JP inspired, April Tui inspired, Aled Morris inspired couch. Harry Plummer, he's just doubled his meter count. And he's not been turned over this time. If you count cricket, it's even further behind. Sky New Zealand paid NRL 17 million a year, should be finished in 2 years' time. I wonder how much Sky will bid for the league in future, or if Spark Sport will try and pinch it off them. Because the main sports that Sky here in New Zealand still have is all the rugby league. They've got overseas cricket, but not domestic cricket. They lost that to Spark. They lost to Formula 1. I don't think they have the Premier League anymore. I think that's on Spark. They've lost heaps of stuff, eh? International league tests don't mean nothing unless it's Tonga and Auckland. Victoria, how do you know all this stuff? You know NHL and you know about Tonga versus New Zealand and rugby league here in Auckland being a massive deal. What's up with that? JJ and Ahia Sneeman are both off from Munster this year, with JJ going to Claremont and I'm assuming Ahia to South Africa? Ahia's hardly played for Munster. He's been injured the whole time. I'm from Papatoy. I can't avoid it. Man, that's hilarious. Sky have the A-League as well, but the deal is very small. Right, yeah, the A-League is not a huge money burner. Gainer. Sky do have all the other soccer leagues. Right, so they got Bundesliga, Serie A and stuff. Okay. Surprising free-to-air in New Zealand never had rugby. They had it back when I was a child, but pretty much as soon as Sky got set up, rugby's always been on pay TV. Tongan League fans are on a completely different level. It's disappointing to see the comparison with their union team, actually. Yeah. But I guess in league it's easier to be one of the top countries because there's fewer to compete with. Don't know. Does Sky still have FTV? I don't know what FTV is. I only support the Canes because when I was 6, they had the milk bottle top collection competition, and I like the Canes ones. Well, Victoria, whatever it takes, eh? Everyone's got their reason for supporting a team. That's one of the more random ones I've ever heard, but we'll take it. Rumoured they're trying to sign a 21-year-old lock from South Africa. Which one? During the Aussie-Tonga fixtures. Why is that a tongue twister? It's not. Last year, some guy flew up a Tonga flag on the roof of their apartment building where you live. Bloody hell. Sky got WWE. There you go. Only other countries in the AFL is Nauru. But it's a micro-state dependent on Australia for aid. Right, Chiefs are lining up a shot at goal as we talk about rugby in this game. I think it was Jacobson won a penalty. Still need 2 cents to try and watch an AFL stream. The AFL's long, man, isn't it? Like 4 hours? I don't know about that. I'm exaggerating. Have I told you about the time I went to the MCG? To watch the Bombers play... I think it was Geelong when I was like 10. Let me see if D-Mac gets this penalty. He's got the smile. Okay, it's over. 7-3. Not my AFL story again. Mate, it has burned such an impression on my mind that I can't think about the length of an AFL game without thinking of that experience. 4 20-minute quarters. Bro, it's got to be longer than that. No way it's that short. Takes 2 hours to play. It feels like a lot longer. Alaran's heard it. The only time I went to an AFL game when I'm 10, my grandmother takes me to an AFL game with her partner, who's pretty much my granddad. They're both season ticket holders. They take me, my mum, my brother, and my dad to the game. I sit there. I mean, 10-year-olds can't sit through anything to start with. But I sit there in pain watching this game, which I don't understand and have very little interest in. Even when I would go to the cricket as a 10-year-old, I wouldn't bloody pay attention for very long because I'm a 10-year-old, right? Finally, the game ends. And I think I'm about to go home, and then they tell me that was just like the warm-up game or like the under-20s or whatever the hell it was. And then there's a whole other game to go. It felt like a lifetime. I could have died, I'm not could have died, but my heart was broken as a child when I realized we're only at halfway and I was just lighting up to go home. To be honest though, as the crowd poured in for the actual game, the atmosphere was a lot better. But anyway. Oh man, Chiefs have just won a scrum penalty as well. It's not going good. Battle of attrition. Yeah. Having breakfast in Bristol. Local Bristol Bears doing really well to Pat Lam. You're a Counties fan from the mid-70s, so can't support either team. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, Bristol are doing well under old Pat Lam, aren't they? Shame about his time with the Blues, but everywhere else he's gone, it's turned to gold. You were introduced to depression that day. Sebastian, like, the fact that it still burns now, here, in my late 30s, and this happened when I was 10, and I remember it vividly, shows you the impact that it had on my life, yes. Grant, man, what's going on in the land of Taiwan? Are you sitting there, long dong in hand? Or is it a bit early in the day? Another scrum. Hopefully a better one this time for the Blues. No, they're going to reset the bloody thing. You're at work, so no beers for you. Okay, fair enough. Long dong in hand. Yes, Kenneth, man, you've been around long enough to know the beer reference. It's a Taiwanese beer. It's still too early for a beer. I'm sure some people in Taiwan must have beer at lunchtime, though, right? They do in the mainland. If there's something on. Lunch. Never too early to have dong in hand. We won't go there. You might be right. I'll leave it at that. Stable scrum. Told to use it. Oh man, Trask was close to going through that gap. Tupaya. I reckon the Chiefs are going to score here, eh? I think nice food before said the Blues don't look like they want to play. They do look... Oh, but Papali's won a turnover, thank goodness for that. Oh, and the bloody Chiefs have won a penalty. Oh, Alaran, yes! The Chiefs are looking good. What can I say? I'm starting to spiral down. Glad I didn't pay $39 for the Rugby Pass Super Rugby Aotearoa package. Yeah, man, you're not missing a heck of a lot in this game, to be honest. Went to one NFL game in Seattle, very boring. Hollywood. Hollywood, I remember once like flicking through the channels and there was an NFL game with like 10 minutes to go and it was close and I was like, oh, I'll just watch the end. It's only 10 minutes left and it went for so long that I couldn't finish it because of all the timeouts and stoppages and stuff. But yeah, anyway. $7-11 in Wales. Pretty early then. Akira Ioane's coming off. Chiefs are going to have a line out about 7 meters out. They won the line out. Looks to have been sacked fairly. Good D by the Blues so far. Now we just need an intercept try, please. Ooh, Tom Robinson was almost in at the side there, but he pulled out. How optimistic are the AB's midfield options this year, Richard? I think the Blues were about to go for a captain's challenge, but the ref was like, I'm going to check it anyway. ALB may have scored from a kick through. They're going to check the grounding. Lose it, lose it, lose it, lose it. Hey! Oh, he's regathered it. Are you kidding me? Bloody hell, man. Stephen Pettiford looked to have knocked that out. What was the on-field decision? Has Pettiford done enough? What was the on-field decision? Did he even say? He lost it. Whew. Got out of jail. Got out of jail. Brian says lost it. I think, yeah, probably, Alex, as well. Just lost it enough. Justin Marshall agrees with us, which is disconcerting, but there you go. Knock on surely. Indeed, JP. Back for a penalty anyway. Touch again. Chiefs line out. They set them all again. There's no sack this time. Uh-oh, here's trouble. Here's trouble. The backs better get in there for the Chiefs. They are. Oh. Held up, held up, held up, held up, held up. Ref says held up. Whoa, drop out. The Chiefs didn't push it to ask for a TMO call, so I guess it was held up. Drop out. Chiefs run it straight back. D-Max through a tackle. Satutu was a wee bit slow to get out the way, but no penalty. Chiefs going backwards. Good stuff, Blues defense. Tim, the Crusaders are on a bye this week, so they've got the week off. That'd be a mark. Oh, but Blacks just knocked it in the touch. Come on, guys, what's going on? Yeah. Fine, is coming on. It's come off his shoulder. Yep, sorry, he says. Hey. Harry should be at 10. You mean Harry Plummer? They seem to want him to be a second 5, eh? Referee almost blew his whistle, but decided not to. How many phases is this? 5. Back for another advantage. Bloody hell. Sure, this will be the quickest review. Yeah, I've started leaving spaces to try and use up more of the page, man. I'll do this one alongside the other game. I'll do them as a 2-for-1 with the Chiefs, not the Chiefs, the Hurricanes and the Highlanders one. What's the attendance like, Scott? Nah, man, it's not full by any means, but it's alright. It's okay. Another 6-meter line out. Is this small gonna go over? Come on, Blues, defend. One of the guys has lost his pants. Surely there's a penalty in that. Held up again. You Kiwis are spoiled. We get games like this in the Pro 14 every bloody week. I still have nightmares about the thrilling Leinster versus Zebra that finished 3-0. I heard about that game, and I never went to watch it, but I thought about it. But I decided not to. Some points were scored. I preferred the Blues jersey, but the Chiefs one was pretty decent. Scrums, penalties, mauls. You forgot the mauls, but yeah, you're pretty much on song. Looks like a maul try. It'll be a try. I think I need a stiffer drink than what I'm drinking at the moment, folks. Oh, yeah, 3-0 crazy. Indeed. An 80-minute game went 3-0. 3-0. That was last year. How under the pump has the Chiefs franchise been in New Zealand media? Not too bad. It seems like the pressure's come off since Gatland's not coaching them this year. You can kind of forgive Clayton McMillan, I guess. That should be a try. That looks like a try. Clear grounding. Smash the like button, folks. Yeah, how many likes are we at? I can't actually see from the point of view. I can only see who's watching. I can't see likes. Alright. So you're going to kick it? Does he get it? I'll say he gets it. First lead change of the game. $44 likes. Good morning, Tim, man. How's it going? Missed it. It's a 1-point game. There we go. 8 points to 7. Adding more like. Good, folks. Clear grounding. 8 points to 7. Hey, the Blues have won a penalty. They're going to opt for a 3 this time, surely. surely. Do I still have the Patreon page? Kenneth, yes, I do. We're up to 85 people on Patreon at the moment, which is happy days. Some people for $1 a month, some people for $3 a month, some people for $6 a month. That's all American. And not including the taxes. What's going on? Be a Patreon, guys. Aileron is Grant. 50 Taiwan dollars. Thank you, sir. One of these days I will make it to Taiwan, and I will try the beer, which is the Long Dong. He's missed it. He's missed the kick. Thanks, Grant. That takes a little bit of the pain off that miss. He missed it. Goodness sake. How far are we in? We're at 60 minutes and 19 seconds. Tim Robinson. I was watching rugby when I went to bed. You were watching rugby, as in me. I was watching rugby when you went to bed, and now I'm watching rugby when you get up. Yes. Oh, Aileron is counted. Oh, here goes Caleb Clark. Aileron is counted with Go the Chiefs. I will still drink to that. I'm losing it, Aileron, as to who I want to win this game, man. Neither of them. I kind of want it to be a draw at this point. Thank you, man. Tom Robinson. He's got pace. He's got the try. Sorry, Aileron. But thank you for the donation. That's very kind of you. That was the moment of the game. He's got some gas, doesn't he? There goes Caleb Clark. Big line break. He's got gas. JP has also counted with Go the Blues, which is fitting given that moment. Look at Tom Robinson go. Thank you, man. And Grant's doubled down. Now, guys, don't note that's not 75 like New Zealand dollars. Grant's not breaking the bank. Still appreciate it very much because any donation is costly. 75 Taiwan dollars. Every time Grant donates, because the amount's huge, people are like, holy smokes, Grant's a millionaire. You might be, Grant, I don't know. I certainly know you get paid more in Taiwan than what I ever got paid when I was in mainland. Anyway, Grant wins. More exclamation marks. Thank you, brother. Where I live, size is everything. What floor do you live on, Grant? You must live in an apartment. You can't live in a house in Taiwan, right? James, man, we are at 63 minutes. Oh, I need to change the score. There's been too many people donating all of a sudden. It's been a distraction. Welcome one, I must add. It's 12 points. The second line change. 5, which is in New Zealand 4 because you don't do the ground, you start at 1. Makes sense. That's not too bad. You got a lift or is it just stairs? Oh, the line out. Pinch the Chiefs line out ball. Good stuff. Go, Rico! Look at him go. Look at him go. This game's suddenly come alive after being a stinker for about an hour. Come on, Blues. Talia, hold it, hold it, hold it. They're into the Chiefs 22. Someone's reminded these guys to play rugby. Pretty low scoring. James, man, about 10 minutes ago, it was 7-3. So it's come alive. You've come along at the right time. Go, Hoskins. Need some support. Ruru. Robinson wants another one. A lift. You can't make it up the stairs. Bro, for 4 floors? 5 floors. Come on. It's good for your weight. Good for your exercise. I used to live on 4 in China as well, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 in New Zealand? Mark Tiliatu Hungus, he needs to pass. 10 phases for the Blues. 65 minutes in. They're in the Chiefs 22. 8 from the car park. Ah, you drive a car. See, I never did that when I was in China. Just as I drink my morning coffee, the game opens up. It makes sense, doesn't it? 14 phases for the Blues. They've actually gone outside the 22 now. They're going backwards. Loose ball. No knock on, apparently. How many best forward? Ends with a forward pass. You're at work on 14, 13 in New Zealand. Yeah. That's not too bad, but yeah, there's not many. What's my work? There's what? How many floors? 10? New Zealand doesn't do a heck of a lot of really big buildings. When I was in China, I used to work on like 30. I used to live on like 35. Sam Kane's coming off. He usually plays the 80, so he must be hurt. He doesn't look 100%. Drinking too many long dongs makes it hard to climb the stairs. If it was 8 floors, to be fair, I wouldn't be climbing the stairs either. 3, 4, 5 is doable. But depending on the weather, Taiwan gets pretty hot as well. China and Hong Kong are nutsy tall. Yeah, man, they keep building up. Up, 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 up. Always up. My mum works up on 20 or 30 something floors in Auckland. Really? Oh, there's not many buildings like that, but yeah, there are a few. Tana's still the man. It's good that he's still with the Blues, eh? Even if he's an assistant now. Taiwan doesn't really have a lot of tall buildings, usually about 15 for apartments. That's still more than here though, eh? 12:34 a.m. in Vancouver. Almost time for bed, no heart, man. Chase Tia, our secret weapon. He's not that secret. He's been good for a while. When he was with the Canes, he was good too. I think he just struggled because they had Geordie Barrett. Scrum time again. Blues monstering forward. Can't win a penalty. Chiefs managed to get the ball out. The Blues win a turnover. Or a penalty anyway. I was going to bed then discovered this on YouTube. Okay, well, 13 minutes to go, so you can go soon after this, eh? 3:35 here in New York. 3:35 in the morning. Bro, what are you doing up? Can't Geordie play 10? He can in a pinch, but not regularly. If he's not at fullback, he's more likely to go to the wing, and if he's not going to the wing, he's more likely to go to the midfield. Then 10. He's probably too tall to play 9. Gold Coast live on 27th floor. You hated it. You found out you had a fear of heights. Blues, line out ball. They win it. They're mauling it up. Are they over? Is that going to be truck and trailer? Demo check. Geordie looked fabulous in the highlights. How was he over for the whole game? No, he was pretty solid. Definitely pretty solid. I have to stay up all night on weekends to see Super Rugby. You can't watch it on demand? I mean, that's commitment. I commend you for it. Obviously, you don't have young children running around the house. Is he still bound? If he's not bound, then this is not going to be a try. Oh, Robinson might be in an offside position anyway. That's what they keep getting pinged for in the Six Nations. Is there a stream for the Reds Waratahs Hollywood? Probably not. I'll see how much stuff I can get done during the break of these two games. It's going to be an offside. My ex-partner and I lived at the Q1, which was the tallest building. I think I know the one you were at. I can't remember the name though. Few is right, Aaron. That might have been game over at the rate this game's going. Is there no rest for the wicked? Well, if I'm going to be watching the game anyway, it's always a bit of fun to do a live stream. What can I say? You guys are the ones who make it. Be quiet, he tells Ruru. He's a halfback, man. What are you going to do? It's funny that you guys mentioned Small World, right? Because, Peter Fetters just kept hold of it. One of the guys who signed up on Patreon recently, I asked him where he's from, and he said he's from Wisconsin. And I was like, oh, I knew a guy from Wisconsin. He was from Appleton. And this guy's like, no way, Appleton's just down the road. I'm in Oshkosh. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. Oshkosh. I know a YouTuber who is based in Oshkosh. And the guy's like, oh, which YouTube guy is it? And I sent him the link, and he's like, man, I know that guy. And I never knew he had a YouTube channel. It's like, stupid, eh? Like, crazy that watching rugby stuff has had that, I don't know, crazy connection. It's just weird. The world, that's literally on the other side of the world. Can you watch it on demand? I could watch it on demand tomorrow, but then I might know the result. And I've got other rugby to watch tomorrow, so I kind of would rather watch it if I can live. So cooler's on, which is always good news. Remember, a penalty's not going to be enough, but there's still enough time to go for two of them. 6 degrees of separation, exactly right, man. It's crazy, isn't it? Ooh, was that a high shot? Nah, it's all good. 8 phases Chiefs. All around, how you feeling? Inside ball, Tupaya. Oh, man. 9 phases. So cooler. Blues guys are rolling away quickly, which is what we like to see. Not giving away any penalties. Sad the Six Nations is over, cronies. I know how you feel. That was a cracking tournament. Stevenson, he's been quiet. Born and raised Gold Coast, moved to Melbourne last year, then COVID happened. Stuff that up. Yeah, I bet. That would have put you off moving. 16 phases. "17 phases. Blues have turned it over. Thank goodness for that. Whew. Stream just straight up died. Promise I didn't touch anything. My timer's still going now at 38 minutes. I haven't stopped, I promise. Uh-oh. Tia. Come on, Blues. Get some defenders up there. Bloody hell. Get back, guys. ALB. Oh, D-Mac takes it into contact. They might have had numbers out there. The Blues guys look pretty shattered. Papali'i looks really knackered. Oh, it's not me, it's the rugby. Oh, okay. Mine was uninterrupted. Don't know what's the deal. Okay, not me. It was the rugby stream. Nine phases, the Chiefs. They got slow ball now. The Blues guys are getting a chance to have a good breather. Set their defensive line. Roll away. Patrick. Jacobson. Put him down. Quick ball this time. D-Mac. Tupaya gets tackled. Come on, man. This is Tense. This game has me scared, says JP. Man, the first half was pretty rubbish. The second half's come alive a bit, hey? Oh, Dalton's gonna be in trouble. Okay, just a penalty. Or was it just a knock on? Just a knock on, not even a penalty. LMS is yellow. If he says legitimate, then it's just a knock on. Two poor games right now. This game and the Broncos versus Bulldogs is 2-0. Far out. 2-0. When's the super season wrapping up this year? We're almost halfway. I think this is the last round before we've gone through half. So, yeah, however long that is. Then we've got the Trans-Tasman one, if the governments can agree to that. Okay, so it was a penalty. Last 5 minutes, territory 93-7. Lucky not to be a yellow, I reckon, eh? I'll take it as a Blues man. Slater needs a good throw. Blues contest it. Oh, it's a terrible one. It's a shocker. It's too big. Come on, Blues. Certainly not game over yet. First time anybody's kicked it for a while. Maybe the Chiefs the Blues should have held the ball there, eh? D-Max just kicked it into touch. Man. 4 minutes. Your stream's ahead. No, don't spoil it. They should have a Trans-Tasman Super Rugby final. Yeah, they're going to have a proper Trans-Tasman competition, eh? As long as the governments agree to open up travel. That'll be the main thing. Up beside, big throw. Blues win it. The commentators are trying to big this up like it's been a classic. Come on, man. First half was pretty average. Super Bowl Trans-Tasman final would be nice if they can't do a full comp. That may be something they can compromise on, eh? Like, if New Zealand, who's been a bit stricter, doesn't open up the borders to Australians, then maybe the top New Zealand team could go over and play the Reds. Or the Brumbies. Not the Tars. The Blues look tired, eh? Yeah. A penalty conceded. No wonder they didn't want the ball. They just look knackered. Reds are looking bloody good. Yeah. Last chance is Aotearoa. 1 minute and 40 seconds to go. What drama are we going to see? As what the commentator has just said. Penalty's not going to do it. They need to try. They're in the right half of the field. Five phases already. Jacobson. Oh my goodness, they're a metre out. They got to score here. If Tahuri Aotearoa had picked up the ball first time, they would have scored. D-Mac's gone over. Patrick's got to challenge something. Otherwise it's game over. Yeah, he's got to refer it because they can take a minute for the kick and then it'll be game over. Refer what? Crowd hates it. Boo! On field try. This will decide the game, this one. Which one? Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. I think if it's definite, he might not overturn like Smithy says. Needs to be clear and obvious. From that angle, looks alright. Be tough if they overturn that. Flat. Even my Blues bias thinks that's probably alright. This is a great angle. Nah, can't give that as forward. What a finish. Sam is right. What a run that was. Yeah, that pass is all good. I'll admit, bro, you missed a stinker of a first half and a bit of a cracking finish. What can I say? $15-12, it's going to finish. Bro. Allard, basically, the Chiefs have just done a France on my Blues to your Wales kind of thing. They've won it at the death. The Blues just needed to run it down. Oh my God. What a game, Matthew. It had a pretty average first half, but the second half was cracking. 1 boring hour, 20 cracking minutes. Ducks quack, you're right. And everyone will say, wow, what an amazing game that was. Forgetting all the stuff that we endured in that first half. Oh, it's 2 in a row for the Chiefs, people. 2 in a row. The Blues let one go, Kenneth. The Blues looked tired. The Blues didn't look good at all as the game went on. I know they had to make a ton of tackles, but yeah. And LD, the couch is pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Patrick, cheers, man. I think you guys in the States probably need to head to bed. I would say. But yeah. It was looking like a 2-horse race in Super Rugby Aotearoa. Now it's looking like a 1-horse race. It's going to be the Crusaders and everybody else. Everybody else is kind of together. Am I going to watch the Reds game? I was initially going to say no. But will seeing the Waratahs get a hiding make me feel any better than I'm currently feeling right now? Because that was a pretty stinking loss. Yeah, probably. I've already got the couch set up, so why not? The couch is is bad luck. We'll see how it goes. Rodri, I will be watching the Munster and Leinster one, so I'll go have a wee cry in the bathroom, and I think that game is not for 50 minutes, so yeah, we'll have a watch of the Tars and the Reds, and then we'll see how that goes. Anyway, take care of yourselves, guys. And yeah, if you're going to stick around for the Reds one and the Tars, I'll see if I can get that set up for the next hour. And then if you're going to be here tomorrow, my time, or later in the day, your time in Europe, the Pro 14 finals on, so that should be a cracking one as well. Alright guys, see you shortly. Bye.